I think the Democrats' best way of silencing Trump has been to threaten him with collusion and treason charges and all these things. Oh, Trump's being investigated by the FBI. Trump did this, Trump did that. Look at the people around him. They got busted, this and that. Look at all the people around the Clintons. I mean, between, just the deaths, like 114 deaths that were suspicious, that were connected to the Clintons, and the 5 women that Bill Clinton had to pay off for his sex abuse stuff, and being impeached for one of them, with Monica Lewinsky, and that white Watergate thing where that lawyer of theirs killed himself, and then the 30,000 emails they deleted to obstruct justice, all that. It doesn't mean she's not guilty just because she's not in prison. It's just that, she had so many friends in the deep state, in the FBI, the CIA. She and her husband had been in government for so long. He was the president, she was Secretary of State and a senator. So they had a lot of political ties. Trump doesn't have the same kind of thing going in government. In the private market, it's different. But, when we're talking about public market or public operations and state and federal things, the Clintons have that locked down. But now they're using all these people to threaten him with, oh, we're going to expose you. Oh, we've got these FISA courts and they're investigating you and blah, blah, blah. Trump's like, you know what? I'm going to call your bluff. Let's just go ahead and release the FISA court documentation. Anything related to Russian collusion and this, that, and the other, this Carter Page, the FISA applications from Carter Page and all that. So, I'm on board with this. I think this is great that Trump is ready to release the FISA documents. He's got nothing to hide and he's going to prove it. And hey, I'm on board with that too. I've had some of that in my life, especially recently. Like today, had a little battle with my family and they're always like, oh yeah, remember when you were 12 years old? Remember this, remember that? You were violent, you were this, you were that, blah, blah, blah. Hey, let's open the door on that, whether it be polygraph or whether it just be I release the recordings of family members over the years that they did this stuff to, that they're accusing me, they're gaslighting me, saying, oh, you did this and that. Yeah, well, these are just, vague, blank, meaningless accusations. I have the physical proof, I have the verbal proof, I have the video proof, I have the audio proof of them abusing people, like a 90-year-old woman, and stealing from people, that same 90-year-old woman, hundreds of thousands of dollars, and abusing a cancer patient that was on his deathbed and was terminal, and abusing him, neglecting him, and preventing family from seeing him, like his 5 kids from his previous marriage. Listen, I got all of this recorded. So, I sympathize with the president here when they start with these idle threats to keep me silent, just like they're trying to do with Trump, trying to keep him, under wraps and, keep, him under control. When they gaslight him with this stuff like, oh, you're being investigated, the FBI's on you, blah, blah, blah. And he calls their bluff. He pulls their card. He's like, yeah, well, let's just release those FISA documents. Hey, I'm in the same boat. Let's do it. I'm on it. Let's do it right now. When anybody's got any accusations with me, I got a clear conscience. And, I would be happy to either testify in a polygraph or release these 23 videos that I've got of talking to my dad, my grandma, my sister, my brothers, my half-siblings, grandma, whatever. It's all good. Like, I'm with Trump on this. Let's do this, No reason to keep things in the darkness. What was that? I think it was Matthew 21. Said that which is in the dark will be exposed in the light. Something of that nature. But yeah, let's do this.